wrong way. Spin it this way. First thing I want to do is actually put this up on the wall after I get these out of clamps. I would hang these, but I forgot to paint them. I don't want to hang these until I get them painted. Allergies are killing me, man. And my wife just cooked a bunch of spicy food. I had these all out of order. Why do I have... I've got plenty of 2-inch screws. What's the difference between these two? Oh, 8 versus 10. So after I get this set up, we're going to go make something. I've literally had this sitting on the bench since, what, Sunday? Monday? Sunday. All right, let's make it load bearing now. Let's see if this falls apart. I think I made it strong enough. Ooh. I don't think that's going to fit in there. That fits. Then I still got these little packets of just miscellaneous crap. We'll find something to do with these later. All right. Here's the mounts I made to hold the table saw sled. I didn't get them painted. I want to paint them before I mount it. So these are just going to chill out here. What we're here for tonight is I've had this chunk of mahogany sitting around the shop for 2 years. Kind of hard to tell. It's covered in dust, but it's got a cool figure to it. So we're going to make something with this. Let's head over to the table saw and we'll figure something out. It's totally winging this. Now I'm going to hook up dust collection tonight because it's going to get pretty dusty in here. I'll get you a little closer. So I've never worked with mahogany before. I don't know how this is going to cut. When I bought it, it was pretty light, like a light color to it. And it was a hot summer day, so I let it just cook out in the sun and it got real dark. Let's take some measurements, figure out what we're going to do here. Looks like it's about 3/4. Yeah, 7/8, so 4/4. And I think I want to make it like a continuous grain, like a wraparound. But this is too wide for my joiner, so I got to cut it up a little bit. So I'm thinking 7.5 inches. Three. Let's make it 2.5 inches tall. Like I said, I'm just winging this, so see how this goes. All right, and I got to hook up the dust collection real quick. These magnetic quick couplers work really nice. Works. All right. Let's turn on the air filter. Sorry, this is going to be a loud one. Plug it in. All right, now got a 2.5 inch piece and like a 4-inch piece. I can take this over to the joiner. I've got a 6-inch joiner, and we're gonna see how this mills up. I've never milled mahogany, and the reason I bought this was it's gonna be hard to see, but it's got some weird grain patterns that look pretty cool. It almost shines. So let's see what happens here. Fix the legs on this thing. Hold on. I'm sorry. There we go. It's pretty hard. Pretty hard, but it's not the hardest thing I've got. Hello. So that's, I mean, it's milling up pretty nice. There's not a big chunks missing. All right, now we'll head to the planer and see how thick I can keep this. All right. How thick is this now? It's a hair over 3/4. So, I mean, we still got a bunch of material left over. Let's see. I want to try keeping as much material as I can. All right, so now we'll take this over to the bandsaw and resaw it. I am making something to help tax season go a little smoother next week or next year. I started doing my taxes last weekend, and the entire year, I just kept throwing all my receipts, my business receipts, into a drawer. And it was a disaster. It's a mess. So I'm going to make something for the desk, the office, to make this a little easier. But it's also going to have a little secret to it. It's actually been a long time since I've resawed something this thin, so this is going to be exciting. Yeah, for the whole year, I just kept throwing my business receipts into a drawer, and it cost me an entire day last weekend, so we're not doing that again. Let me grab my extension cord to plug in the bandsaw. It's been a long time since I've resawed something this thin, so I'm interested to see if this goes well. And I've never worked with mahogany before, so I thought this would be a So when I resaw, I just try to measure as close as I can get to the center and line that up visually with this blade. I have no, I use clamps to hold my fence in place. Grab my tape measure. And a pin. So this is legit 3/4 inch thick, so actually let's do this a little more scientifically than that. Let's grab an adjustable square. I'm actually kind of surprised by how soft mahogany is. Oh, this is an old Craftsman. Based on the serial number from this, I think it was made in 1978. Ancient. I don't know if my bandsaw blade just broke or if it came off the wheel. Let's find out together. I looked up and it was moving back and forth real bad like that. So I got back in case it broke. I'm not wearing glasses. Should be wearing glasses. Let's see if I can show you this without showing you the TV. We'll check this out together. I've actually never broke a bandsaw blade before. I hope it just came off the wheel. Oh, it's broke as hell. Damn it. Well, I think it had a good run. Man. It's not like I actually have another resaw blade just hanging around. So this is a problem. All right. I'll spin you away from the TV. Well, it's been half an hour. I was hoping to at least be out here an hour. Oh, man. And I don't know, do big box stores sell resaw blades? Because Because if not, I'm going to have to go all the way to Rockler, or, man, if I go there, I'm going to pay through the nose. Man. Huh. I do have another blade, but I don't think I can resaw with it. Got this itty bitty one. Tell you what, let's install this little itty bitty blade on the bandsaw and see if we can resaw with it. Got nothing better to do. It looks like this one broke pretty clean. No, it didn't break at the weld. That's interesting. All right, so let's try to install this and see if we can get it to work. I hate changing the blades on this thing. Oh, I gotta go this way. All right, I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit so you can watch me fail at this. This takes more than 10 minutes. I'll probably call it a night. I don't know if it was wobbling like it was coming off the wheel. I probably should have shut it off instead of watching it break like a big dummy. I haven't changed the blade on this thing year and a half. I think it was a tack weld. It's a bummer for this video, but it was a cheap bandsaw blade. I think I got it for like 20 bucks. This, I have no idea how old this blade is. The guy sold it to me with this blade. And they actually had the blade guard on installed backwards, so the saw was basically cutting through itself. Kind of forget how to do this. I know there's a way to adjust its there used to be a little dial indicator in here. That would indicate the tension. Don't know where that's at anymore. It's a thinner blade too, so that, man. That feels pretty good. Let's see if it comes off the wheel. Looks like it's pretty centered. Let's try it. It's more exciting, but I'm going to go put on glasses for this one. I did get a lot of miles out of that cheap blade, though. All right. Put the case back on. We'll fire this up. Tell you what, at this point, if I can get it resawed and plain flat without losing an eyeball, I'd be happy with that tonight. After that. Alright. I think I'm going to put you over here so you can see if the blade's wobbling on me. See how that looks. All right, let's try again. Take two. Hello there. What's going on, Mahagony? James, how are you? Plywood 457. So this is much finer tooth, so it might take forever to resaw this, if it even works. This is probably a bad idea, but it's an old cheap blade anyway, so apparently I'm going to have to go out and buy bandsaw blades this weekend. And I gotta go to the lumber yard. I'm running out of wood. All right, I'm gonna go grab my glasses for this run. Well, it didn't break. So that's pretty cool. It's on backwards. I'm gonna flip this around and use this. It helps resaw on this piece of crap a little easier. Well, what's going on, Dennis? You sound like a very happy fellow, man. You seem very patient. Now I'm making something for my desk. Tax season is taking obnoxiously longer than it should, so gonna help something, make something to help. Plus, I'm gonna make a little stash drawer into it too, a little hidden compartment. But I just broke a bandsaw blade, if you just got here. So now I'm just trying not to lose an eyeball while I make whatever I'm making. The story of my day. What's going on, Eep? Eep, Jen? What's a shame? Cheap bandsaw blades? Yeah, cheap bandsaw blades are a shame. I bet this is going to take forever to resaw. All right, let me fire everything back up. Unfortunately, this blade, I knew it wouldn't handle it. I was hoping it would, but it's hard to tell, but it's getting real bendy. It's a bummer. See how crooked that's getting? Yeah. And I can't think of a workaround right now. So I think we're probably sadly going to end this tonight. And I'll run to the big box store and hopefully find a resaw blade for tomorrow. Damn it. Chaps my ass. But yeah, that's the fun of woodworking though. Just problem solving. Constantly problem solving. Thanks for watching me try to mill some lumber. Be back tomorrow after work. Try this again. It's only about 5 inches tall. This is 2 inches. So I'm just hoping I have enough material left over to make what I want to make with that. Well, right on, guys. True, yeah. I didn't adjust the blade guides to this smaller blade. There is quite a bit of deflection. I just didn't think how long you guys wanted to watch me adjust a bandsaw. That's a bummer, man. Well, thanks for showing up, watching me fail epically. I'll regroup tonight, figure out something for tomorrow, and we'll get this milled. I'm gonna start assembling it. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys.